Welcome to Uniquely Loved, a celebration of authenticity and divine inspiration. We are encouraged to be our own unique, authentic selves. Join me, Witch Niki, as we discuss spiritual gifts and skills we can develop and enhance, speak with amazing people using their skills in a variety of ways, and explore the different ways to connect to the wonders of the universe.
Hello, my loves. Did you know that your spiritual team wants to help you enhance and enjoy life in all its aspects? I'm talking even the more day to day and mundane activities like cooking, meal preparation, even the planning of it. We can invite our spiritual team in and be like, yo, I need some help in making some healthier but flavorful meals. Or, hey, I want to connect. And some of you are all about food, drinking, whether it be mead, alcoholic beverages, or even fruit punches and other types of beverages that we can drink at any time. I am on the sober journey, so everything I make is non alcoholic, but I love flavor. And I have invited my guides in for helping us make healthier meals, take out salt and other things that are not, well, conducive to my health and even my family's health. I have moderate high blood pressure, so I have to cut back on a few things. And that's okay. My guides are actually helping me do that. And I love it. It has made the cooking experience way more enjoyable. And I have been trying new spices and new flavors that never would have really occurred to me without like deep diving into different recipes. And I have been able to do this intuitively, or they have been guiding me to different recipes. It's like, hey, you can try that and modify it. So it's been a whole lot of fun, and I highly recommend anyone adding this component into your day to day, because anytime we make anything mundane, anything that we usually take for granted or feels like a chore, and we make it magical, we make it meaningful, it ups the enjoyment factor for us, and it helps us intentionally connect to our spiritual team. Now, I need to preface this by saying that I have a very informal, friendly, and loving family type relationship with my guides. I didn't in the beginning. Um, I grew up seeing a certain way of doing things. So I thought everything had to be formal. You had to be super respectful or else you risk offending. And in my experience, that is so not the case. um, I have adopted the mentality that my spiritual team, who I know loves me unconditionally and supports me, are my chosen family. I have many people here in the physical world that are also my chosen family. And, like my husband and I, we have a very friendly, loving relationship, and we talk smack to each other. Um, we joke around and goof off. So I've brought that into my relationship with my spiritual team as well. You don't have to. If you're not comfortable with it, do what makes you feel comfortable, what feels right for you, because everyone has a different path, and that is wonderful. That is honored. So, no matter what, do what's best for you, what feels right for you. However, asking your spiritual team for help in even the most basic of things, and it doesn't have to be help, it could just be like, hey, I would like to connect while we do this. Um, and it can be self care, it can be cooking, it can be cleaning, it doesn't matter. The intentional connection is what matters. And for cooking, I've invited Lug in several times, and we've made bread together from scratch. Some of my guides have asked for specific offerings. So it's like, okay, cool, but I invite you in to help me, just be alongside me or be with me as I make it. And Hekate's asked for brownies, Ma'at for snickerdoodles. And it's been enjoyable. And it's morphed into, finding new recipes, or at the grocery store, hey, check out that spice. And it's not, I don't hear it all the time. It's more like a compulsion, like, ooh, this looks interesting. And otherwise, I would just overlook it and go to what I'm used to. And since then, my flavor palette has expanded even more. And I love experiencing food, music, stories, lore, history from cultures all over the world. And this has helped expand my cooking in that way as well. So now we're experiencing even more flavors from all over the world. And my husband and my daughters are experiencing it too. Some of it they don't quite like yet. My girls are not quite for the spicy yet, and that's okay. I make stuff more bland for them, still flavorful, but not spicy, not bitey, as they call it. um, but it has upped the enjoyment factor for cooking, for meal preparation, even for shopping for food. I'll be drawn to different things and they'll help me find the stuff that's on sale too. It's like, oh, this is a good idea. Oh, hey, it's a BOGO, buy one, get one free. Sweet. So it's been really, really helpful, especially with the economy the way it is, that they've been helping guide my intuition and my attention because I've invited them in to help guide me in these little ways, in furthering these connections and getting to know each other even better. And it really does make meals that much more enjoyable because I get to feel their enjoyment, not only in the process, but their enjoyment of the food itself. And when I'm done, when we're done cooking, I will sometimes set aside a plate for them. Like, here's an offering because, we cooked it together. You're definitely going to get some of this. Sometimes we can't always do that. We have friends over, family over who don't quite understand. That's okay. Or we're at a restaurant and, I do this at the restaurant too. I'm not cooking, but it's like, oh, let's try this. Let's try that. Oh, this looks good. And what I do here, um, I just set up a little intention or a prayer, depending on the verbiage that you like to use. My husband grew up Catholic, so he prays before every meal. I do too, but I've modified it completely. He does the traditional prayer and then adds on to it after the fact. And mine, you can modify this as you want. I call my spiritual team the Ohana because Lilo and Stitch said it perfectly. Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. And I absolutely love that because there are so many of our guides who history has lost a lot of their information. So I enjoy getting to know them through help, they help guide me to different articles or even give me little insights, whether it be in dream meditation or just knowings. Um, it's fun. It really is. But you can take this, you can say it exactly, or you can modify it to fit your practice. But all I do before I eat any meal or any snack, it's like I draw out some of the essence and energy of my meal and I send it to all of my ohana, no matter where and when you are. I love you with all of my heart, with all that I am. From my heart, big hugs and kisses. Or I'll just do big hugs and mwah. Again, we're very, very informal. And they seem to really enjoy it. They joke back, where they'll even start jokes, or I'll say something in conversation with my husband, and they'll bring up the lyrics to a song that relates to what I just said as a joke. So take what resonates, but set the intention every day if you think about it. I do it every day, but it makes everyday things a little bit more magical and a little bit more meaningful, definitely more intentional. And the more we're focused in the moment, the the more enjoyable it really is. And that goes for anything. So, hey, I set the intention to cook with my guides, whoever wants to come in and help me with this. Or, hey, I'm really stuck on ideas for what the heck to cook for me and the family. Some inspiration would be really helpful. And you know what? It does flow. And again, I'll set the intention too to be open and receptive to those inspirations. So you can just talk it through or think it through. You don't even have to do any of this out loud. They hear us, even when we're thinking to them, telepathically, spiritually, however you want to think about it. But it works. So take what resonates with you, what feels right for you in your practice, but set the intention every day to do little things to make each day, each moment a little bit more magical. And it helps us connect to our own inner magic. It helps us connect to our intuition, and it increases our connection with all of our spiritual team. And again, I do consider them my chosen family. I know they love me and support me unconditionally, and I absolutely adore that. So have fun. Have fun connecting with your guides. Have fun doing the little things that we do, anyways. We tend to take it for granted. And our guides, our spiritual team, love helping us not take things for granted. The more we enjoy even the little things, especially the little things, the more we start to enjoy each day. And the more we start to enjoy each day, the more we start to enjoy our life and living. And sometimes living can be very hard. So even the little things that we can do to help brighten things up, lighten things up, they matter. They work, but we have to allow it as well. So have fun. I love you. I support you. Always remember, you are accepted, you are valid, and you are loved.
Thank you for joining me today as we explore what makes us uniquely loved. Be sure to subscribe. More adventure awaits. For more articles and to work with me as your personal guide, go to www.techwitchlayer.com. Always remember, you are accepted, you are valid, you are loved.